Hello. So today's topic is to understand the most crucial security control devices. So there are many ways with which a machine and the data can be stolen from servers or desktop or mobile phone. At the same time, there are so many devices which can be used in order to protect yourself, protect the IT infrastructure, right? But instead of going and trying to learn about everything, since we are just trying to understand the cybersecurity domain, I am going to talk about the top 5 security controls which any security practitioner or anybody who's trying to learn cybersecurity domain must be aware of. Either they are trying to learn from the defense side or from the attack side. Okay, so which is the first device or first security control? You go to any company in the world, you will always find a product called firewall. We are going to talk in detail about each and every component of these devices, but let me first list down the most crucial security control devices which almost all corporates are going to use it. And you as a security engineer, if you are getting into the security domain, you may get a chance to work in one or all of those devices for sure. Okay, so first is firewall. We will talk about more what is firewall, why it is used, what are the capabilities, what are the things which it cannot do. So those are the things which we are going to discuss further. Second component and most important security control device, if you find out in most of the organization, is the IPS. It is called intrusion prevention system, or sometimes it is also called as IDS, or intrusion detection system. So the difference between IPS and IDS is, so IDS is used to detect and IPS is used to prevent. So if you are using the box in such a way that it can protect your devices in real time, somebody is trying to attack and immediately it protects, that system is called IPS. But if you are installing or using this device only to generate alerts and signatures but not to block anything, that system is called IDS primarily. But those devices are absolutely the same. The way they react to an attack, what has given them a different name. Okay, if it is protecting in real time, it is called IPS. Same thing, if it is not protecting and generating an alert, it's called IDS. So we can give it as an IDS. Now, the third important security control device, which is going to be there in almost all corporates, all organizations, they must be using. And they also have a different name for that. Sometimes they call it as security proxy servers. They sometimes call it as web security devices. Another company will use the word called URL and application control. URL and application control. The purpose of these devices is to protect the internal machines not to access any malicious websites outside, right? So we'll talk what exactly this device has to offer, which other two devices are not able to offer. So you remember this as a secure web gateway, or when you're trying to browse or try to access anything which is outside your organization, you also use these kind of products. Okay, so these are called URL and application control or secure web gateways. That's another name for the device. So fourth product, which is very popular and almost all organizations again are going to use it, and people are having lots of jobs available for these kind of tools and control system, is your endpoint security. So basically these are purpose-built softwares which are installed on the endpoint devices. Endpoint is primarily those laptops and desktop which employees use in an organization, right? If an employee is having thousands of employees, are like the count of a particular organization, there are thousands of, okay, cut this, okay. So if a company is having thousands of employees, all those employees must be using some devices to access the information, right? Those devices are your laptops or desktop or sometimes mobile phones, iPads, right? And you need to protect that because that device is having some crucial information, right? So in order to do that, you use the product called endpoint security, you can call it. Okay, so started with firewall, IPS, IDS, URL and application, and endpoint security. In endpoint there are other like no, it's a bundle of software, like what you install on a laptop. Like antivirus is one of the products inside the endpoint security. Encryption of the hard disk is another tool which you are going to use it, right? So those all come under endpoint security. And fifth is another product. Not all companies may be using it, but sometimes they outsource it, and the smaller organizations generally don't use this tool, but this is very, very crucial. And again, you need that kind of security devices or controls in order to protect yourself 100%, or try to reach your security 100%, right? Okay, so this is called SIEM, Security, Information and Events Management. Okay, and this is the device which is quite crucial, and almost all large organizations uses nowadays. Even if they don't have this tool, they will outsource this business to other third parties so that they can monitor the entire security infrastructure or information security infrastructure 24/7. So this is the tool which collects the log from all these devices plus other devices, consumes all those information, correlate the information, and generates a very, very meaningful events for the security practitioners to react or try to see what exactly is going on in the entire infrastructure. But there are so many offices, so many devices, so many people, and you just cannot understand and visualize what all is happening in your entire infrastructure unless a company is having a tool called SIEM. So small companies don't generally have that, but slowly and gradually, as the security is picking up as a necessary requirement, most of the organizations have started implementing SIEM solutions in their infrastructure. The purpose of this tool is to consume the logs from all the machines so that you can get a visibility of your entire infrastructure in one place, and you can monitor and react in real time, or before it is too late. If you don't have this tool, the reaction times is very, very poor for most of the organization, because you'll never be able to know what all is happening in which all branch, which all office, which all device in the close to real time. So you need this tool in order to protect yourself. And a lot of jobs are also available for tools like SIEM. So as a security engineer, you have good understanding about this product. Whichever company is making those products, you have a very fair chance of cracking into this industry. Okay, so what we are going to do now is we are going to discuss all these tools one by one in a little more detail, so that you will have a fair idea why this tool exists and what are the capabilities of that tool, what all it can do, what all it cannot do, from both the sides, from the attack side and also from the defense side. So stay tuned, and we are going to watch the next video for that. Thank you.